So do you also use LinkedIn to get more leads for your own business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video we are going to understand how to automatically add LinkedIn leads to Brevo. So like you, I also use LinkedIn to get more leads for my own business. And now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead from LinkedIn, I want to create a new contact in Brevo. So to do this, we're going to create a connection between LinkedIn and Brevo in such a way that whenever we receive a new lead, automatically it is going to be created as a new contact in Brevo. And yes, we're going to do this without knowing any programming or coding language, using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So let's begin and create a connection between LinkedIn and Brevo. So to do this, I'm going to open a new tab and search for the landing page of Pabbly Connect by typing pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, using which we are going to create this connection. But before we move in further, I'll show you something very helpful. And over here you're going to see that this is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a space where users share their ideas, workflow tips, doubts and solutions. So if you're stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance because we have experts in this who are ready to solve all your problems. So if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. So let's go back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we have two options on the landing page of Pabbly Connect. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on this button which says sign in, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we're going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So let's click on this access now right over here to access our Pabbly Connect account. Now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account, and to get started we have to click on this create workflow. Now it is asking me to select the workflow builder, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand is stable, has a familiar approach and ideal for those who want to try it and test it setup. So you can use any one from this. I'm going to use this new workflow builder. So let's go towards this new one, enter the workflow name and select the folder in which we want to save the workflow. So if you also want to create a new folder, go towards this create new folder button and create your own. After entering the workflow name and selecting the folder, we have to click on this button which says create, and once we click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So to get started, we have to click on this add trigger button, and now for the trigger application we have to search for LinkedIn and select LinkedIn. For the event we have to select it as lead notifications and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect, we have two options: add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already created this connection, you have to go towards the select an existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with LinkedIn. And once we click on this connect with LinkedIn, Pabbly is asking me to enter the credentials of my LinkedIn account. So I'm going to enter the credentials and click on this sign in. And once we click on this sign in and log in our LinkedIn, yes, you can see with this we have successfully created a connection between LinkedIn and Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking me to select the sponsored accounts. I'm going to select the same for which I want to create this automation and click on this save and send test request. And once we click on this save and send test request, it is saying waiting for webhook response. And in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission. So to do this test submission, I'm going to open my campaign. So my campaign is in draft mode. I'll just let you know that let's say that this is the ad which I'm running and someone is interested and they click on this apply now to fill in the lead form. So as you can see that my campaign is in draft mode, that's the reason that my leads will only get the option to fill in the email address and the phone number. But if your campaign is in live mode, your leads are definitely going to get the option to fill in all of these details. address. Alright, so let's fill in the email address and the phone number only and move on further. For the email address, I'm going to keep it as demouser4455@pabblytunes.com, and then for the phone number, I'm going to enter the phone number as this and click on this submit. And once we click on this submit, it is saying information sent to Pabbly. So with this, we have successfully did the test submission. Alright, so let's open our workflow, and Pabbly is going to capture the webhook response right over here using the same details which we submitted. So let's wait for a few seconds till Pabbly is capturing the response. And now you can see that we have received the response 4 seconds ago, and we're going to see the same details which we entered during the test submission. And now let's create a new contact in Brevo using the same details. So let's close this trigger and click on this add new action step. For the action application, we're going to search for Brevo and select it. For the event, we're going to select it as create or update a contact and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between Brevo and Pabbly Connect, I'm going to go towards this add a new connection. It is asking me for the domain and the API key. So we're going to get the domain in the URL of your Brevo account. You simply have to copy this domain. Your domain will be till.com. So you have to copy this domain and paste it right over here. To get this API key, you have to follow the help text, and it is saying copy your V3 API key from SMTP and API page of your Brevo account. So we have the hyperlink of this SMTP and API page. So let's go towards this hyperlink, and once we come on this hyperlink, you're going to see that we have successfully reached this page. Alright, so let's create a new key. We have to go towards this create new secret key. For the key name, I'm going to keep it as new lead, and after entering this name, I'm going to click on this generate. And once we click on this generate, over here's my key. So let's copy this key, and then we're going to paste this key right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this key, we have to click on this save, and with this, we have successfully created a connection between Brevo and Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking me for the email address, so let's enter the email address of our lead, but we're not going to enter it manually by tapping it like this, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step, and when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. Now it is asking me, do you want to use email blacklisted? So if you wish, you can keep it as false. I'm going to keep it as true. Same goes for the SMS. For the list, I'm going to select the list in which I want to add the details, which is new leads. For the update enable, I'm going to keep it as true. Now I'm going to simply map the last name and the first name too. So let's look for the last name, map it. Now let's move on further and map the first name too. I've only mapped the details which are required or the details which I wish to fill in. If you wish, you can definitely map the rest of the details. And yes, I'm going to also map this SMS because we have the phone number of our lead. After mapping all of these details, we're going to click on this save and send test request. And once we click on this save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a new contact in Brevo. So let's open our contacts. We're going to refresh this. Alright, so let's refresh this. And you're going to see that a new contact has been created. You're going to see the name over here. Let's open this and look for the email address. And yes, you're going to see that this is the email address which we entered. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And now whenever we're going to receive a new lead from LinkedIn, automatically a new contact will be created. Or if the contact already exists, it will be updated in our Brevo. And yes, all of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back in again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.